Good morning. Good morning, Jenny. Good to see you. Hi, Isabel. Welcome. Oh, it's feeling a bit autumny this morning. Quite nice, but definitely a sense of autumn approaching, and it was quite dark at 6 o'clock. In a way that it wasn't last Thursday when I did the meditation. It was still quite light at 6 o'clock, and today it was just becoming light, really. Good morning, Chris, and everybody else who's just joined us. Good to see you all. Good morning, Patricia. Welcome. We're just hanging around till just after 7 o'clock when we'll start. Good morning, Lynn and Philippa. Hope you all had a good weekend and a good start to the week yesterday. Been some excitement in York, where we've had the balloon festival. I've not been, but I live quite near the racecourse, so I did keep saying balloons and fireworks last night, and hearing the fair. I'm sure lots of people have really enjoyed it. Good morning, Karen and Andrea. And I think we'll start. It's 7:01. Yes, so thank you to Alex for doing yesterday. Sangha K2's on holiday this week, so I'm doing today, tomorrow and Thursday. So I'll be with you for 3 days, which is good. And this morning we're doing the mindfulness of breathing meditation, which is really, it's about following the breath in essence. But it's a bit more than that, really. It's we are following the breath. That helps us to stay concentrated without too much effort if we follow the breath. But what we are also doing is we're just letting things be. We're just noticing that thoughts arise and just letting them go, not getting on this sort of thought train. You could see thoughts as a train running along a track, and there's you standing on the platform at the station. So when the thought train comes into the station, you have a choice. You can get on it and go right off and lose track of what's happening, or you can just watch it go past. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to watch the thought train go past, not to get caught up in them. And if we do get caught up in them, well, that's okay. It's not wrong. It's not that you've failed or anything like that. It's just that you've got caught up in thoughts, and we come back to the breath. And the most important thing is that we see it really as that, as an exercise in just noticing what happens. The minute we start trying to stop thinking or to beat ourselves up for getting carried away, then it defeats the whole point of the meditation. In a way, that's the only way you can fail, by trying too hard to succeed, which is what we do a bit in the West, isn't it? So we don't need to do that. Just accepting things as they are. That's the whole point of the meditation. Obviously, having some effort into trying to concentrate, but not too much effort. Just accepting that's what it is. The other thing about meditation is that over time we see our tendencies. We get to know ourselves. We know what we need to do, what we need to work on. We know that, for instance, that we get irritated easily, or we get bored. And what we can do in meditation is just to notice what that feels like, not the thoughts, what it feels like in the body. And just notice that, what is this boredom? What does it feel like in the body? What is this irritation? How does that manifest in the body? And be curious about how we are, and investigate a little bit. And again, accept that, yeah, I'm bored. So what? That's okay. It's fine. I'm irritated. Oh, that's interesting. What's going on here? And really looking at the sensations of that feeling in the body. So good morning to Andrea and Vinesh. Good to see you all, and everybody else who's joined us in the last few minutes. And we'll begin as usual by just settling into the meditation. We're doing the mindfulness of breathing with a longer third stage. Just a real chance to relax. So just sitting, just noticing how you are this morning. You don't have to be any particular way. In fact, however you are is okay. So whether you're feeling negative or positive, it doesn't matter. Just seeing that and accepting that as it is. Having a sense of the air touching your skin, Any sounds arising. The touch of your clothes on your body. Just noticing what that feels like. Noticing the contact with whatever you're sitting or lying on. And the sense of gravity pulling you down, holding you, taking care of your weight. So just noticing the whole of your experience. Including thoughts, any thoughts that come along. Just right now, noticing how you're feeling. This precious now. There is only one now. It's always now. This is the only time we have. And if we can stay in this present moment as much as possible, then we really begin to experience our lives just as they are. What joy that is. So bringing attention to the breath now, coming and going. The lungs rising and falling, inflating and deflating, without any real effort from ourselves. The body just breathing all the time. And without trying to influence that breathing, just noticing what it feels like in the body. The lungs and the chest rising and falling. The whole of the body responding to each breath. Can you feel that? So in the first stage of this meditation, we're going to follow each out-breath. And the out-breath is a really good way to help us relax. So as we follow each out-breath from the beginning to the very end of each one, just noticing that we have an opportunity to let go, to relax. So on each out-breath, just allowing the shoulders to naturally drop, allowing the body to soften. not making any undue effort, just following each out breath. Just allowing the body to relax on each one. And you might let the mind relax as well on each out breath, just letting the whole of your being relax. Not trying to do this, just allowing it to happen. And just noticing how that feels as you follow the out breath and relax. Just noticing the body softening. And if your body isn't softening, then stop making so much effort. We don't need to try very hard. So I'm going to stop following the out breath now. Just take a moment to check that you're comfortable. And when you're ready, we're going to begin to follow each in breath in just the same way. From the beginning to the very end of each breath. And we might notice this time that this breath fills us full of life, lifts us up. It's an enlivening breath. So we can enjoy this breath in its own way. Just appreciating the energy that comes with it. The way it lifts our body. If you get carried away with thought, just coming back gently without feeling bad about it, and following each in-breath. So we're going to move into the body now in the third stage. So we're going to follow both the in-breath and the out-breath, actually, as it manifests in the body. So we can begin most easily in the chest area, the chest and the upper back, the sides of the body. Just being aware of the breath coming and going, the upper body moving with the breath. Can you feel feel the sensations in the upper body, even inside the upper body? So it's good to play around with your with these sensations too, and your awareness. Just being curious, moving your awareness around. Maybe going to the upper back. Can you feel the upper back moving? If you can't, that's all right. Don't worry about it. And often if you can't feel these things, it's because you're trying too hard to feel them. So just relaxing. Can you feel the sides of the body moving around the rib cage? And the chest. The chest is the easiest to spot, rising and falling, ebbing and flowing. Just allowing yourself to become absorbed as much as you can by this movement and sensation. When we're ready, we're going to start moving down the body. Moving down to the abdomen just below the rib cage. And tuning in to any movement that you can find here, any sensations. You might find the abdomen is also moving in time with the breath. Just being with that gentle movement. And moving down to the belly. It's very subtle movement of the belly, almost an echo of the breath. Can you feel your belly moving with the breath? If you can't, just relax. Don't try too hard. Just focus your awareness on the belly area. Letting the sensations and feelings come to you. If we can tune into the movements in the belly, then this is very, very relaxing. Just really being in the belly, almost becoming the belly, rising and falling very gently. You might imagine yourself being in a place that you love, where you feel safe and warm, where you're perfectly at ease. Lying on the beach in the tropics, sitting beside a blazing fire, swimming in the ocean, whatever feels really good and safe and relaxing. Just bringing this to mind as you notice the movement of the belly. Everything's perfect. Everything's lovely and safe. You have all that you need. All that you could ever want. And now we're going to broaden out our awareness to the rest of the body as we move into the last stage. So noticing, if you can, the breath in the legs and the feet. Very gentle movement. In the hips at the bottom. Noticing the movement in the whole of the back and the shoulders. The arms and the hands. And the head. The whole body moving gently with the breath. And bringing our attention to the area around the nostrils or the upper lip where the breath comes in and out of the body. And just noticing the delicate sensation as the breath passes this point. What does that feel like? You might be curious about the quality of the breath as it does this, as it passes. Is it coarse or fine, warm or cold? And finally, letting go of all effort, just sitting with your experience exactly as it is, not trying to change anything, just noticing whatever is happening. Well, hello to Barbara, Rachel, Joanne, and Dina, who joined us later. Good to see you all. And thank you all for coming this morning. And thank you to all those who tune in to the recordings. Excuse me. I just wanted to mention that we have, on the beginning of October, there is an introduction to Buddhism course starting, which will be at York Buddhist Centre on Chilly Gate. And we're going to be, for 6 weeks, for 6 Saturday mornings, we're going to be looking at meditation in one half, and then Buddhism in the second half. How Buddhism can improve our lives. How, if we practice the Buddha's teaching, we will become naturally happier, and our lives will blossom. And it's a lovely course. It's called, it's about the worldly winds, of course, and it's called Finding Peace in Finding Peace in a Troubled World, something like that. I can't even remember the title, so that's age. I'm getting old. But if you want to join us on that, it's free. There's £10 registration, but otherwise it's by donation. And it would be a delight to see some of you on that if you're interested. So you can find the details on our website or on the Facebook page. I'll be posting them there. And do register and come and join me. It'll be me. I'm leading the course with Alex, and a few other people. So it'd be good to see you. Okay, so great to see you this morning. Thanks for coming along. And I'm just looking at the messages. Yeah, good. I'm glad you showed up, Patricia. And if you were distracted, that's perfectly okay. Some meditations are like that, and the more we practice, the less that happens. Oh, and hello, Lulu. Good to see you as well. Anyway, so I'm going now. I'll be back again tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll be doing the self-care meditation, which we haven't done for quite a few weeks. So yes, finding peace in a turbulent world. Patricia's onto it. Okay, everybody, thanks for coming along. Lots of love to you, and have a really lovely day. Bye for now.